If you didn't know there was a cost of living crisis, I hope rent is cheap under that fucking rock you live under. Young people are, to put it delicately, being fist fucked in the ass so delicately and desperately by realestate.com scams that we can still taste the gold on the end of our landlord's rings. But today, it's my turn to put my finger somewhere, as we point at the reasons and as we point out the reasons behind Australia's cost of living crisis. It is no secret that the cost of living is effed in the A by the economy. I do not need to cite a source for this, because this morning I stole a grape from Aldi.
What is inflation?
Well, I googled inflation, and I found this graph, and it's got a weird kink in the bottom.
TLDR, it's complicated.
I then googled inflation kink, and it awoken something within me. I found a bunch of sources which explain inflation, because it is, again, as Joel pointed out, fucking difficult. But I don't want to say that because it'll make business students feel like they've got one up on me. Inflation in an economy relates to how much the prices of things go up over time, which spits out this number, the CPI, or Consumer Price Index. But what makes this number go up in the first place? Greed, or, as the media will report on it, various economic factors. Whoa, various economic factors.
Someone's got all the money, so there's no money left for the rest of us.
Well, actually, Joel.
It's very complicated.
Actually, Joel, no, it is complicated, because you see, there are three possible causes for inflation. There's this world where we want more stuff than we have to sell. There's this one where we don't have enough stuff to sell to meet the wants. Two different. And there's this one. It's called future inflation, right? Where the expectation of future prices going up makes businesses put the prices up now so that they can keep up with the inflation.
That we've predicted.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes?
It shouldn't. If this all sounds like a bigger load of wank than a sperm bank's Deliveroo menu, you'd be spot on. Two of these graphs are just the inverse of each other, and future inflation, let's unpack that for a second, shall we? Because what this comes from is employees expecting a future inflation and raise in prices, going up to their managers, getting on their knees and going, "Please, sir, may I have a bigger wage? I've worked ever so hard for you. Please, sir, just $1 extra." And the managers then, in response, saying, "Yeah, we'll give you some extra wage," after they've spent months humming and ahhing about whether they should give a fuck. But in penance of your extra wage, we're just gonna jack up the prices a little bit extra, just so your extra wage means sweet fuck all. Remember, the line must always go up, and paying employees to live their lives, that's not very good for business, young man. But if the business, oh fucking hell, what does that mean for us, the common people, the Australian consumer? Bad things.
In this country, if you have a go, you'll get a go. And that is a fundamental principle.
How about, as an alternative, Mr. Scotty, you politicians can all gather around and have a fair go on sucking my left nut. That clip is from 2019, or as historians will call it, the last good one. What that former national disgrace means is that we are the country of the fair go, where if you just pull yourself up by the bootstraps and really lock in for a while, you will be able to live your dream life. Let's have a little cheeky little look-see-loo into that, shall we? I don't know, but I do have a spreadsheet for you.
Oh, fuck yeah, let's go.
I know, ladies, strap in. Not because you're bad at maths, just because it's going to be too sexy, to clarify. In Queensland, in September 2003, when I was but 2 years old, the median price of a house in Queensland was 197,000 of your human dollars. And in Brisbane alone, it was $269,000.
Nice. Some of the funny numbers.
A funny number. Back then, the median wage for a male working full-time, median being middle, was approximately $41,600. And for a woman, takes 70% of that, because we live in a society. That means that in 2003, median house cost roughly 5 times your salary. If we jump up to 2024, which is the last year that we have data available for, a median income is $70,200, which sounds better than 2003, right, Joel? It's a bigger number. Bigger number.
What's the cost of living like?
And a house on average, in all of Queensland, costs, on average, $710,000. A house is just over 10 times your yearly income now.
That's a bigger number.
Which means that houses have surely gotten twice as good, right? Have they fuck?
Who's to blame? Is it them fucking immigrants again?
No, actually.
Oh, boo.
Believe it or not, if we stopped all migration right now, we'd still have a fucking housing crisis.
What?
I know. Who'd have thunk it? Even if we kicked out every single migrant living in Australia right now, that would be evil and wrong and ineffective at fixing the housing crisis. Because we still aren't doing enough to fix the underlying causes. And when cunts like Malcolm Roberts from One Nation try and claim that it's the only cause for the housing crisis, it's because they don't want to put in the hard yakka to do more than the research it takes to write a fucking Facebook post to fix the issue for us people. I'm going to read you an opinion piece by Professor Cameron Parcel et al., which means more professors than just that one, from the University of Queensland, which famously has done no wrong in its entire life, don't Google it. On one hand, we have disinvested in social housing and other forms of housing that are affordable. And on the other, there has been a lot done at the policy level to ensure housing is a commodity to be speculated, not simply a means for people to live. Housing is a vehicle through which to become wealthy. Yeah.
Or it could like be an avenue to get a house, like a home.
Or yeah,
Just like a big maybe. I know. That's pretty fucking wild.
Sounds. Hey, calm down there, Wokey.
Just
Calm down.
maybe.
Calm down there, hippie. We're getting to that.
No. I feel like I'm taking fucking crazy pills here.
Well, you'd think that, but you know, according to a Freedom of Information poll by the ABC, 2,500 investors in Australia own 10 or more properties. You silly billies. You can't live in 10 houses all at once. And before anyone accuses me of lefty bias, commenters who have done that historically in the past, I checked these numbers with a reliable source, straight from the capitalist's teat. So don't come at me with that, oh, Kieran's just a lefty snowflake putting his little hippie fingers into my pie. No.
Well, yes.
Well,
but
yes.
no.
But yes, but no, because the truth can't have a bias.
Surely it can't be the landlord's fault. They're the ones providing all the homes. There's so many expenses, you know, the home. You know, they gotta buy the home and then they gotta hire a guy to
No, it isn't all the landlord's fault. Again, there are no easy punching bags for this issue. Well, there are, but none of them are accurate. Except for the one I'm about to tell you. Because this is all caused by a web of bullshit spun by the dickhead spiders in charge. Which I guess is better than the rock spiders that run America. Found in small crevices. The truth is, though, that we can no longer, as Australians, look at the unhoused population, which is growing every day, and just go, crackies. When we are all much closer to their situation than we are to owning house number 20. Unless you're on house number 19, I guess. We need to build more affordable housing. We need policy reform which stands up for those who need it most. Which is why today I'm thrilled to announce that I'm partnering with Gina Reinhardt to move the unhoused population of Australia into a big coal mine. Thank you. What do you mean these policies pay for themselves by offsetting the social cost of homelessness? Well, tickle my balls and call me uncle, or slap my ass and call me father. Associate Professor on Urban Planning, Dr. I'm going to butcher this name, Dorina Pajani. Dr. Dorina Pajami, I'm so sorry.
Good work.
Has outlined 10 key policies to help the crisis, including, and you're never going to believe this, building more affordable housing, because fucking obviously.
Shocking. What?
Putting a freeze or a cap on rent increases.
Oh.
And also, and get this, increasing the stock of transitional housing for those going through domestic violence and other horrible crises and need a place to live other than the streets.
I can't see how that's relevant.
Seems pretty fucking common sense to me, don't you think? When someone says out there that there is some boogeyman out there responsible for the cost of living, they're pulling your leg and calling it a big dick. But a good story about, evil migrants is a lot easier to sell than a story about decades of urban planning mistakes that has left us with a big box of problems to untangle. It's like Christmas lights, but with lives. Look, I know I'm disappointed in the conclusion too. I wanted to blame someone, throw some hands and fix the fucking housing crisis right now. I wanted to do it. I thought I could. Turns out, can't. It's difficult. So instead, we just need to make the claim that we need to demand action on cost of living now, rather than having politicians catch us all up in a meaningless, cultureless culture war, which is only going to tear us apart and allow them to fuck us further. That's a conclusion that I'm happy with. Hey, speaking of the cost of living crisis, if you're enjoying this bullshit 15 minutes long for free, if you give me $20, I'll give you a whole hour. We're coming to the Adelaide Fringe Festival in 2026 at these dates and these locations. $20 will get you a whole hour's ticket. Less if you're concession, I think. I can't remember what I set up. We're going to be there for 2 weeks. It's going to be an excellent time. Hope to see you there. Please sell my tickets. Please buy my tickets. Please.